Hello, this is Vinchenz, and we are going to be checking out the state of ERTs in the new patch 3.22.0a. Are we going to be getting scans like these? The odd container of Quantanium and a bit of Altrusia toxin? Or will there be better loot? Maybe we will still earn some cash from ERTs. We also have stowaways on our ship, so find out what happens to this guy a bit later on. And who's this guy with his coffee? This NPC walking around the hangars looking all innocent. We're going to be heading up above Orison, and we're going to be taking an ERT mission. This is the first one since the patch has been released, and we want to know straight away if we're going to still earn some money from ERTs.
Thank you.
Or whether we're just going to have to join the salvaging crew with everyone else. Could it be the only way to earn money in Star Citizen at the moment? Let's find out. So here we take an ERT up in the asteroids around Yellow. And here's our first ship. We're taking on a Constellation Aquila. The ship seems to be going down nice and easy at the moment. The shields don't seem to do too much, and you can easily break through them and take them down pretty quickly. We've also noticed the scanner seems to be working a little bit better, and we've had a lot more successful scans, so that's a good thing. So this is the first ship we scan. And as you can see there, we're severely disappointed. A load of junk containers, and one container of Altrusia toxin, and one SCU of Quantanium. So Quantanium at the moment is worth about 25k per SCU, and the Altrusia toxin I think is around 15k now. Since the patch I think that's been updated. So here we have a Starfarer. Unfortunately on this ship the scanner wouldn't work, but this is what we found. So we've got two size 1s of Quantanium, and a couple of size 1s of Altrusia toxin. Not a bad little haul, but compared to the good old days, this is pretty poor. And it also takes quite a long time to search through all the cargo on board these ships to find these few little containers. We're in the Taurus today, and I don't think we're going to be filling up that cargo hold very quickly. Here's the next ERT, and we've got two Caterpillar ships. Notoriously a good cargo ship, and we used to find a lot of good loot in these. We've taken one down and we go to take the second one down, and unfortunately he comes across the back of the first one and we end up blowing it up. So that's not a good start. But he's still got quite a lot of containers on board, as you can see. We take down the second Caterpillar pretty easy. They do seem to be going down a lot easier than before. So from the one that we destroyed by accident, we get a size 1 of Quantanium. Even though it's a size 1, I think it's got 2 SCU in there, so that blue box is worth about 50k. So it's not too bad. Looking at the second Caterpillar now, we managed to get a scan off. And we've got 12 SCU of Altrusia toxin, and still only 1 SCU of Quantanium. So for such a massive ship, it's going to take us quite a while to search through and get those few little containers out of there. But at least it's something. Each ship, maybe 100k, a little bit over 100k. So if you do quite a few in a night, you're still going to make good money. But we're on the hunt for a little bit more. We want to know what ships are dropping more loot and more valuable loot. There's got to be more than this to ERTs now. We nip back to Crew L4 just to see what we're going to sell these for. And this was like a little test before we headed out again. So looking at the Taurus here, we managed to pick up 15 Altrusia toxin. And that was worth 77k. So it's not too bad. Considering that's the lowest value drug, not bad for 20 minutes work. We have also got some Quantanium in the hold, but we'll have to go down to a major city to sell that there at the trade district. So this time we're heading out from Seraphin Station. And again, we're going to take an ERT and hope that we can find some bear loot. So we've got another ERT in the asteroid belt, so we're going to accept that straight away. And as we come in towards these targets, we see that we've got another constellation. We've got an 890 jump, a 600i, so we've got some pretty good ships here. Hopefully they'll have some good loot on board. So we go for the Phoenix first as he's got the most firepower, and again we take him down pretty easy. Then it's on to the C2, and they all seem to be going down pretty quick. Scanner works well once again, and we were quite excited about this ship. We were hoping to get some good loot on this one. Unfortunately, this was even worse, with 4 Altrusia toxin and 1 Quantanium, and a load of other stuff that we're not really interested in. You do also get some medical supplies on these ships that are worth about 2.5k per SCU, so they're not too bad. Something you can just fill up your hold with before you head back to base. And so here we take down the 600i. And once again the scanner's working well, and we get to see what's in the hold without having to jump out the ship. Unfortunately, it's not looking good for the ERTs at the moment, and once again 1 SCU of Altrusia toxin and 1 SCU of Quantanium. So we don't even bother looting that ship, and we move on to the next one. Finally, in this group of ships, we've got the 890 jump. Now this is a ship we've always got the best loot out of before, and it's normally the richest pirates who fly these, and they carry around some pretty good loot. So we empty magazine after magazine onto this guy. This ship still takes a long time to get down. It's not one you can rush, and the shields are just massive, so you just have to keep pounding away at the soft areas of the ship. Finally, we managed to take him down. Pretty uneventful when you kill these ships, but you always think there's going to be some good loot in there. So this time when we scan, we get 43 ETAM, which is not too bad at all, and 1 SCU of gasping weaver legs. This is the first time we've seen them in the new patch. That's 110k, I think, in one box. So it's not too bad at all. So this ship we're definitely going to be getting on board. We want to get the ETAM off, and we've got enough room in the cargo hold to take all the drugs. So we pull up and prepare to jump on board the ship. This is the biggest load we've seen, so we run back urgently, and we want to get on board and hope that the cargo elevator will descend on the 890. We tried to open the cargo hold. The button wasn't working this time, which it has been for the last day or two. And just as we're looking at it, some guy starts shooting us from the back of the ship. Now this guy has been sat on our ship the entire time we've been doing these ERTs. I don't quite know how long he'd been sat in there, but he manages to take me down. And I am not happy about this. It's the first time I've seen good loot. I thought he was popping out at that moment because he knows we've finished the ERT and maybe he thinks he's going to loot the 890 and take our ship with all the cargo on it. So we don't waste too much time incapacitated and we quickly hold backspace to respawn at Seraphim, knowing that we're very close in the asteroid belt in Yella. So my plan was to jump in another ship and get back over here and try and get my ship back with my loot and maybe even get to loot the 890 jump. So we spawn back at Seraphim Station. We've speeded this up, but we want to get out of here quickly, get some gear on, call up a ship, and try and head back to our Taurus ASAP. So we just pick any old gear, just choosing anything at this point, don't care what we look like. Make sure we get a weapon, a good stack of bullets, and we're going to go and try and take this guy down. So once we're fully kitted up, we head over, and it's time to call the Redeemer.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
We're going to head over there with a full gunship, and hopefully we can take him out in the Taurus. If we soft kill it, we can call in one of the boys, come and pick up the loot for us, and then we can claim the ship again once we've got our loot safely off. So by this point it's been like 3 minutes since he killed us. We were thinking that if he was looting the 890 it's going to take him quite a few minutes to get all that loot and get out of there. So we thought we did have a couple of minutes just to get back there, and we would also see maybe if our body was still on the ship we'd be able to see where the ship was. Hopefully he hadn't thrown it off. Anyway, so we get in this Redeemer as quickly as we possibly can.
Combat assist activated. Systems green.
You are clear to launch.
So we're ready to head over there. The adrenaline's pumping, and we know we're going to find our ship and get that loot back. So we rise up out of Seraphim, and we can see a little marker in our top left of our screen.
Thank you.
And sure enough, it looks like it's our Taurus that's flying in right now. That marker's the same marker you get when you call your ship in a hangar, and it shows you where your ship is. So this Taurus is just flying in with that marker, and it's telling me the name of the ship and everything. And normally, when it's a target, you just see the blue arrow or a red arrow or a white arrow. But this was just giving us more information than normal. And as you can see, it was a blue target, and he switches to red. So we start heading over there. And as we do get closer, we can see that that ship has even got our same paint job that I have. And I've never seen anyone else with that paint job for the Taurus. Nobody loves their Taurus as much as me. Anyway, so this cheeky little guy thinks he's just going to park up our ship in Seraphim Station. I don't know why. I don't know why you would ever want to do that, because I don't think you can do much with it once it's in there. But anyway, there was no way we were letting this guy get away with it. And we just took our moment for revenge. So as we saw him trying to pull in, it was time for full throttle, and there was only one thing we could do to stop him getting in that hangar. And that was this. Boom. You nick someone's ship, you try and nick their loot, that's what happens to you. So we spawn once again in Seraphin. I reclaim my Taurus, and I was thinking, we'll go out and we'll do some more ERTs. We'll get that loot back, it won't take us too long. So we put our gear on, and we're literally ready to go. We're just waiting a few minutes to call the ship. However, we did see this guy jump in a lift, right behind the guy that's just jumped in this 600i. And, you know, it looked like just an innocent NPC jumping in a lift, but it was all a bit weird. He was facing the other guys he got in the lift, and then as soon as that guy got in the other lift, he quickly walked into another lift and headed down. So we followed him down, and you just think this guy's an NPC, walking around with his little coffee cup, but he just looked dodged to me. I sort of followed him to try and stop him getting on this guy's ship. He's just walking along. If you look at him really carefully, you can just see he's having the odd little look at the ship. He just literally looks up to the right, looks up to the right. You'll see him do it again in a minute. And you can tell he's obviously missed his opportunity to try and steal this guy's ship. Now, as soon as that ship leaves, I wonder where he's going to go. I've never really seen a guy with a coffee cup just walking around my hangar. Anyway, so I've speeded this up a little bit. He keeps his cover by walking dead slowly over towards the middle of the room. And then he beelines it straight for the elevator. Now, I think he did know I was here because I sort of got in his face a bit as if to say, look mate, I know what you're doing here. And here he goes, straight to the elevator. And then he does something quite amazing for an NPC. And this is how I know it's no NPC. I didn't want this guy to be stealing anyone else's ship. This could have been the guy that stole my ship. So the NPC leaves the elevator, and look, the NPC can even use terminals. And if you look closer, he's got a list, a long list of ships. This is one rich NPC. He even calls a ship. And then he strolls off towards an elevator. So we keep an eye on him. In he goes. And we have a look, and he's gone to hangar 2. So we quickly call the elevator back, and we go and have a look what's going on in hangar 2. And would you believe it? This NPC actually has his own Cutlass Black. Quite amazing, really. I didn't know Star Citizen had come this far. I didn't know NPCs had their own ship and could just do their own thing. Look, the NPC can even walk backwards. Anyway, we ruined this guy's day. We knew what he was up to. And hopefully we saved a few other people from getting ganked. So that's about it for this video, guys. It was an interesting night doing some ERTs. The loot started off really bad. It slowly got a bit better. And then we did get quite a good hit on the 890 jump with quite a lot of cargo in there. That would have been worth at least $500,000, I think, which is not bad for one ERT. So we're going to keep trying them, keep reporting back on what we're getting out of these ships. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. So please like and subscribe, guys. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. And until then, take it easy.